What is up, guys? My name is Blessing Kumbu. Welcome to another episode of Road to Medicine. Today I'm here with Mark, who is a former physio student who's now a first year medical student at the University of Cape Town. How are you today?
I'm doing good yourself.
I'm doing good. Thank you so much for agreeing to join us today. Maybe you can tell us about where you went to high school and where you're from, and just a little introduction about yourself.
My name is Mark. I'm from Cape Town. I went to high school at Rondebosch Boys High School. I was in grade 8 in 2018 and I matriculated in 2022.
Okay. So, which subject did you do in matric?
I did quite a lot of subjects actually. I did 11. So I did the 4 standard in Afrikaans. And then I did physics, I did life science, and I did music. And then I took extras. I took AP Maths, core, which is all the algebra, and then I took paper 2, which I did graph theory and matrices, and then I did EGD, which is engineering, graphics, and design, and I did accounting.
That's a lot, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, so can you walk us through your initial application into uni? Which universities did you apply to, and what did you apply for, and what did you get accepted for?
I applied for medicine as first choice, and physiotherapy as a second choice at Stellenbosch and at UCT only. And I got accepted for physiotherapy here and at Stellenbosch as well, and I got rejected for medicine at both for the first time.
Okay. Okay, then why did you choose to do physio at UCT?
I thought it was going to be a little easier to transfer from medicine, because a lot of the courses are very similar, and also I'm already in the health science faculty, so that'll make it a lot easier to transfer rather than going from another university.
Okay. So, when you got accepted for physio, while you were still doing physio, how did you know that you still want to do medicine and not physio?
Well, I've always wanted to do medicine from a very young age. I've always wanted to be a neurologist. So medicine is going to be the path that I'd have to take. And I just had to stay motivated somehow and try and see that even though I'm not learning what I want to learn, there's still a lot of things that I've learned in physiotherapy that I can apply to medicine, which helped me continue to go forward.
So when now as a first year medical student, is it easier to transition in the sense that are there some things that you did in physio, whereby now you're getting to see them again in medicine, which makes the whole, like, grasping the information and studying a lot easier? Or is there no difference?
It does make it a lot easier because there's a lot of basics that we learned from physiotherapy, a lot of things that I learned in physio that we didn't learn yet in life science in high school. So a lot of them do physiology, the physics, the chemistry, a lot of the anatomy as well that we learned last year that we're already going to learn this year, which made that also easier because I've already have a base, and also maybe some stuff that we haven't even learned or we're not going to learn in medicine at all.
Okay, so in physio, which courses do you do in physio that you're not doing now in medicine?
It's mainly, so we did psychology, that was first semester. We do a little bit of that in medicine, but that was like psychology, a proper course, going through, doing tutorials and all of that. And then AHS, which is the movement side. So that's learning about gait, learning about posture, doing massage, learning about passive movement, active movement, all those physio-specific things.
Okay. So now I just want to ask, because I'm sure a lot of people will be curious as to like, what GPA should they aim for in order like to stand a good chance into getting considered to transfer into medicine from a different degree?
Well, the requirement says 75, but I'd say at least 80 minimum. Try and push for as high as you possibly can, because obviously every year there's going to be more and more people who want to get into medicine, and that could easily move up to maybe even 85 or 87 this year. So just push as high as you can, but at least get over 80 and aiming towards 85 or so.
Okay, so like, is there anything else that is required in terms of like maybe they should put in like recommendation letters or CV or shadowing experience, or is it just they're focusing on your marks?
No, recommendations definitely do help. I actually got rejected again the second time, and I had to go into appeal, and I managed to get some recommendation letters from head of departments and some of my lecturers, which helped. Also, just getting involved in all life in UCT, going to societies, becoming a class rep, that can also help quite a lot.
Okay. So what advice would you give to maybe someone in a similar situation? Let's say they're doing first year physio this year or doing a different degree in first year and they're considering to transfer into medicine. What advice would you give to them?
I think try and keep your head up as much as possible. It is very difficult and saddening news. But at the end of the day, whatever you're learning can still be applied somehow into medicine, or by learning what you're learning now, even though it's not medicine, you'll have an advantage that other people don't have. And you can always apply that somewhere in your field.
Okay. So I just want to ask, while you're still doing physio, what kept you motivated to hold on and keep focused on your dream? And in that sense, what advice can you give to someone should they really how can they keep the hope alive that they will do medicine, even though they're doing something different that they don't want to do?
Well, for this year, whichever course that you're doing, try and pretend that that is what you are going to end up doing for the rest of your life, and just so that you can do as best as you want to do. Because obviously, you don't want to do the course that you're doing, you really want to go into medicine, but at the same time, you have to do well enough so that your marks are high and you can get into medicine. So maybe just for this year, try and push as hard as you can, learn what you can, because as I've said before, what you're going to learn now, medicine students won't ever know. I mean, I did physiotherapy last year, and now I'm going into medicine. There's a lot of things that are recapped, but maybe something as important as maybe moving a patient from the bed from a plinth to a chair, or from a chair to a bed, maybe teaching them how to use crutches, little things like that that I think doctors really don't know how to do, and maybe that can be an advantage. So always try and look for the positives in everything that you do and see how you can apply it in medicine.
And I think what you mentioned is very important, because at the end of the day, I think in order to do well in what you're doing, you have to love what you're doing. Okay. So I just want to ask, how is it going so far in medicine?
Well, it's going pretty good. Finished first semester a few weeks ago. It was very busy, of course, because I'm not only just involved in school life, I'm a class rep as well. I do ballroom dancing, chess, involved in student politics as well. But it's going very well. I'm enjoying what I do, which makes it also a lot easier. So I'm quite happy that I'm in.
So I can see that you mentioned quite a lot that you're involved in extracurricular activities other than academics. So can you maybe comment on that, to other students, as to what is the importance of being involved in other things other than your academics, and how does that play a big role in terms of balance in terms of your academics and also academic success in general?
Well, I mean, it gives you a social life. A lot of med students do struggle with that. I did struggle with that at the beginning as well last year. And I can also see a lot of the first years making similar mistakes, just staying in their books for too long, and not knowing when enough is enough, and having a little break and socializing a bit. So it does give you something to enjoy, maybe to go back again and refocus your energy to go back into studying. You get to meet new people, and you have another outlet for your energy or for your stress as well.
I think that's an important thing, because I think most students, because there's too much to study, they think there's no time for a social life. I think also having a life outside academics, I think that also helps create the balance and also helps with academic success. I think it's a bonus. Can you tell us why neurology? Why neurology or neuroscience in general? Why were you interested in that field?
I'm just from a young age, I've been one of those National Geographic kids who just watches brain games. I've always been interested in the human brain and how it works and how people think and why they think, how they think, and all of those things. So I thought neurology would be a great way to research that, help people in that way. And then I also have the capacity of a doctor, so I can do a lot more.
Okay. So as a last question, what would you say it's your grinding motto, or just a quote that helps you to stay focused and get the work done in terms of what you need to study and balancing everything else?
I just want to be the best in everything that I do, pretty much. I'm a very ambitious and competitive person, and I guess it's just in my nature to just continue to strive and be the best that I can be, get to know people as well, help where I can help, and just be better than the last day.
Okay, there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's episode with Mark. I would say the take-home message from Mark is that you should currently enjoy whatever degree you're studying, so that you can do well, and also be involved in extracurricular activities, so that you can have a balance between your academics and social life. Thank you.